everybody. Welcome along to this live coverage of Farnham Town versus Raynes Park Vale. A rarity, of course, on a Saturday afternoon that we get to do this. I'm Ben Smith and I'll shortly be joined by Harry Hugo. And the players are in the tunnel.
Alright mate, you David, okay.
First time at home since
Go back.
the end of October. They drew 2-2 with Hornby. Actually drawn their last two home fixtures, Farnham. A successful road trip over the last couple of weeks has got them back on track. Ashford, Uxbridge and Harrow maintaining the Town's lead at the top of the table. Kingsonia in form as well, as a Raynes Park Vale. Familiar sound of the boys back in town as Brian Canning gets ready to lead his team out. It is a packed out Memorial Ground for Farnham Town versus Raynes Park Vale. First versus third in the Isthmian South Central. Farnham Town have won their last three on the road. Back at home this afternoon. And lining up for them, it's Hugo Sobte making his debut in goal. The defence sees one change with Joe Jackson back from suspension. He's with Max Leeton, Brian Canning and George Stenley. Harry Cooksey also returned after his ban. He's alongside Mark Wilson in midfield. And Samson Boy, Owen Dean, Ray Evans and Adam Miller make up the rest of the lineup.
Number 14, Joe Jackson.
And on the bench for Farnham is Benjamin Purcell, Jack Marley, Darryl Sanders and Shane Brenner.
Number 25, Ray Evans. Number 29, Adam Little. Number 7, Owen Dean. On the bench, number 10,
Vale team is Billy Bishop in goal. Martin Harlan Connor, Tom Richards, Cameron Black, who was sent off in the reverse fixture, and Jay Goodman. Jordan McKillop, Dan Mooney, Dan Hepler, who also saw red in that game at Grand Drive a few weeks ago. And up front, it's Kyle Nicholas, Jermaine Green, and who's no introduction, Jordan Gallagher.
James Dixon,
And the bench is Nathan Lewis, Danbury, James Dixon, George Dixon, and Bobby Cook.
Enjoy the game.
So a huge test for both teams, really. Raynes Park Vale have been on a bit of a run. They're not the most consistent team, but they are capable on their day of beating anybody. Especially with Jordan Gallagher in the form he's in, 18 goals in competitions, 15 in the league. They're so close to finding that late equaliser in the reverse fixture. Climbed by Connor Clark, one of many goalkeepers who have been between the sticks for Farnham this term. And it's a brand new one today with Hugo Sobte, who joins, having playing at Westfield for the first part of the campaign. He was registered with Slough. And I am now joined by Harry Hugo.
I'm knackered. I've just run the length of the pitch. Decent little turnout, late surge into this piece of Memorial Ground.
And a huge fixture. I was just saying, Harry, 9 points separate the two teams. If Raynes Park can get all 3 points today, suddenly another team in this title race.
Absolutely, and I think the other way around, if Farnham manage to get 3 points today, you can basically look at the league as a bit of a two-horse race. So I know that's early to say.
Hugo Sobte thrown right in at the deep end. A very important occasion for him to make his debut in as he makes his way towards the clock end. It's a strong lineup for Farnham. They've had their injuries, they've had their suspensions of late as well. Harry Cooksey and Joe Jackson missed victory at Harrow. Jackson at left back this afternoon. Next meeting, the one tasked with keeping tabs on Jordan Gallagher, who stands alongside Owen Dean, Farnham's top scorer there. Changing some words as Raynes Park get us under. Stepney, the former Raynes Park defender, wins his first aerial battle and then heads back to Hugo Soltec.
He will be very pleased, I imagine, to get his hands on the ball nice and early. In front of the clock end.
Farnham's last win here was at the end of September. They've only played here a couple of times since then. As Adam Little looks to make something happen. Little in good goal scoring form with 4 at Uxbridge a couple of weeks ago. Here's Mark Waters. Okay. Meeting's looking for Owen Dean and he finds him. Dean's cross goes behind for a goal kick.
Early kick-off in this league. Uxbridge against Guernsey. Uxbridge winning 3-0. Kind of boost them into the playoff picture before the rest of the kick-offs this afternoon.
It's another one of those big slates that give you plenty of twists and turns, all with ramifications at both ends of the table. They'll focus on themselves. That's great evidence. Now gets an opportunity to run at Harlan Goddard.
That's a nice ball.
And distant Troy was waiting. Important touch to prevent the Farnham midfielder from unleashing a shot there.
Yeah, great Evans, the match winner in this reverse fixture. Only 30 days ago. Carving out a bit of a chance there.
Only in top early doors. Floated in by Coxley. Important touch. And here's Canane again. Nice passing this from Farnham. There's a Crowley's left.
No one's attacking it. I'm still knackered having run across that pitch.
Harry Coxley. Raynes Park trying to intervene there and get all over Harry Coxley. Richards lets it down. Looks it away. Missed by Gallagher. Here's Evans.
Doesn't come to it.
It's short from Waters. And now Hector. And this is where they'll look to cause their problems in these transitions. Shot at goal from Nicholas. It's way on target. Raynes Park Vale at the end of October from Hanworth Villa. They scored 23 goals for last season, so big addition for the title chasers. Adding goals into a team that doesn't typically spread its goals around evenly. You've got Jordan Gallagher far and away their top goal scorer. So they'll be hoping Nicholas can contribute since his arrival from Hanworth Villa.
Yeah, two names in this Raynes Park front line who were conversations in the summer for Jono. Kyan Nicholas and Jordan Gallagher.
It was Adam Little that came in. Club. Often questions about his amount of goals he scores, Little, but those 4 at Uxbridge a couple of weeks ago have been brimming with confidence. And he will be missed when he goes away in a couple of weeks' time.
Work if you need to, work if you need to! Archie, see if you follow! Archie, see if you follow!
Richards.
Yeah, he was looking for it as soon as he played it.
Turn the face!
Dan Heckler complaining to the referee. He was sent off for that very offence in the reverse fixture.
There was 2 red cards in that game. Both players back in the picture here at Raynes Park, Cameron Black and Dan Hector.
Done by Dean. It just took too long. Put in by Coxey and on by Canane.
That's a nice ball.
Down. Mark Waters.
That's nice.
Evans to his left, straight in by Evans. And Aaron Dean was arriving at the back post.
Is he okay?
And perhaps collided with the post as he tried to bundle that in. An excellent ball in from Evans, first time.
Yeah. 2 great deliveries so far from Great Evans on that far side. Using the right foot to kind of curl it towards the back post. Inches away from it being 1-0.
Yeah, they'll be encouraged, won't they, Farnham, with the start they've made. Big crowd, big occasion. Adam Little knows that. They've been caught there. Evans keeps going. Bishop's forced to come out again.
That's a nice touch.
He'll look for Gallagher. He's looking to get wrong side of Newton.
It was a clever pass, and then we know they'll look for it a lot towards Jordan Gallagher, and that was well defended by Max Meaton. Gloves have gone off. Beautiful, beautiful. Getting cold now. This November afternoon.
George, look. Just wanted the return. Does eventually get it back. Does get the cross in as well. Set for Gallagher. From off Waters. And it fell kindly for Meaton.
Good set.
The left-footed delivery. Had to be watched carefully by Joe Jackson.
There was a nice ball in by Jordan Gallagher.
Jermaine Green, the target.
Get your shake! Julie, well done! Sam, well done!
Middle. Looks like it just settled after a bit of pressure on himself at the start.
Well done, big market decision!
McKillop. He's just cut out by Waters, so we'll have to do a lot of that sort of stuff this afternoon.
Evans been caught short a couple of times.
Stephanie will look for the diagonal. Jake Goodman. One of the biggest centre-backs that Farnham will come up against this season.
Yeah.
Travel!
Did he play in the reverse fixture?
Yep.
High! Well done! Sammy, get over! Get up!
Stephanie had a yellow card, a penalty won, an own goal conceded in the reverse fixture.
Great header.
And drawing a free out too early stretch. Here's Meaton. Time to deliver across.
That's a poor ball in though from Meaton.
Not enough on it. Mark Waters.
Judy, and again. Second tough. Good,
And looking
Judy.
for that same area again, that same man again, and Owen Dean. Going up ahead of Goodman. Now Cooksley.
Oh,
Middle this time. Evans going in.
it was a great ball in. Farnham getting some early joy down this right hand side with Max Meaton and Owen Dean. Adam Liddell helping out too.
Gallagher. Looking for Kyle Nicholas. Staying tight to the forward.
Trust each other.
That's a nice pass.
Less so.
Yeah!
Actually, crowded out. Still
Good
nice to
heads
keep
up!
hold of it.
Big Greeny! Go on! Come in,
Pressing
Judy,
high
come
at the
in!
pitch, Raynes Park. Farnham back themselves to pass their way out of these predicaments.
Judy off and off now, Judy off and off! Right, okay, stay, you're fine.
Direct from Canane again.
Cries of hold. I'm not sure it was the best ball across.
Here's Goodman. Now Richards. 1-2 with Gallagher. And Dean helping out. And getting it back fairly. Given away though by Waters.
That's a nice pass.
And it's Harlan Goddard.
Someone done.
I'll let Green go there, but the interception. Again, that high press from Raynes Park.
Yep, Farnham confident on the ball though.
We saw Raynes Park exert a lot of energy, didn't we, in the first hour?
Yeah,
of that
they really did.
And had the quality to kick them off in the latter stages. So this man, Great Evans, will have another go.
Beaten one. No, got the ball.
It's got maybe another header one.
Yeah, he's been good so far, Jordan Stepney.
St. Croix. Meeting screaming for it.
That's a lovely pass.
In by Meaton. Almost focused. It's a good area for Meaton. That's given away by Hector. Oh, indeed.
Lovely ball.
For Liddell. Crucial touch again. That time by Black. Waters.
Gets away with one.
This Meaton's very high up the pitch. And they like to push their fullbacks on. Jackson encouraged to push forward as well. And dominating possession in his first 13 and a half minutes. Here's Evans.
It's nice.
In by Evans.
Better though from Farnham. Moving through the gears a bit.
That one's even better serve going across the keeper there, Great Evans. Very positive from him. Never afraid to turn and sprint defenders. He's been playing off that left-hand side in the last few weeks. Starting to get some starts after having to settle for a place on the bench just after he joined.
Midfield been excellent so far for Farnham.
One thing in his mind.
That's a fantastic knock.
An excellent touch from Meaton.
Raynes Park so far happy for Farnham to have the ball at the back. Of course, a few problems so far with long diagonals from these areas already.
One forward from Canane. Middle. Looking to get in behind. Judge to have fouled Goodman. Not afraid to be physical, is he, Middle, when the ball comes forward that way?
He battled for it. I mean, you can't have a go at him for that. Didn't think there was a huge amount in it. I think probably a foul, but not a huge amount in it. You want to see your striker battling for those.
Apparently, Mudlack's a lot quieter than he was trying to swap.
Lift up here and you get closer. Please, split that way now.
So just a bit of respite for Raynes Park. Have been under it the last few minutes. That foul by Liddell just buying him some time. That's one by Canane. Here's Hector. And that's out of play. Just unable to get anything going at the moment, Raynes Park. Now Green. Onto his left, and then late on Cooksley.
Better with the ball! Better with the ball, come on!
Harry Cooksley well rested after last week against Harrow, where he was forced to sit out after 5 yellow cards. Great Evans provided the assist that afternoon for Owen Dean. Disencroy. Here's Ryan Canane. And Liddell. Oh, Gallagher went down off the ball. Looks to be okay. Here's Cooksley. Harry Cooksley. He's looking to cut it back to Dean. Disencroy will pick it up. And Hector made sure Disencroy couldn't make anything of that. Hector. Holland Goddard. Goodman. This time Raynes Park Vale's turn to pass their way out of the press. Richards. Forced backwards. Diagonal from Goodman. Finds its target, but the touch is out of play.
Need to be closer!
Kingstonian lead against Ashford, which does take them top as it stands. Long way to go, of course, in this game. Farnham have had the better of it. No clear-cut chances as of yet, though, as we enter the 20th minute. Here's Owen Dean, who's so often a man to create those chances. Here's Disancroy. His touch was loose. He will get another chance, though, with Dean. In by Dean. A lot of those crosses are coming in, and they're not quite meeting their mark. All Farnham's attacks coming down this right-hand side. Plenty of width being utilised. A lot of it through Max Meaton, who calls for it again. Adam Little. One back by Black. At the expense of a throw-in. Evans looked to turn Harlan Goddard, who conceded the corner. That was vintage great Evans.
I think we might be back with mic loudness. If you can let us know on YouTube in the comments right now, that would be really helpful.
So Harry Cooksley on corner taking duties. And came off the bar. Farnham players appealing that there was a touch from Bishop, but referee didn't think so. Cooksley looking to put him under pressure with that in-swinger. Nicholas just setting that back for Hector, who would just swipe it through to Jordan Gallagher. Meaton will try a similar ball up to Evans.
I'm impressed how that ball stayed in.
Here's Goodman. Doesn't really give Nicholas much of a chance.
Yeah, Farnham are quite happy to let the Raynes Park defenders have the ball. They haven't really used it very well.
Oh, that's a risky one.
That's a very good one.
Cooksley looking to get away from Hector. Momentum taken out of the attack a little bit.
Yeah, he did so well, both Canane and Jackson, to break the lines a bit.
Cooksley.
That's a nice ball. That's
Evans
a nice ball.
Wrestling and winning his battle and falling over at the crucial moment. On by McKillop. Stepney comes out to meet Nicholas.
Farnham need to shuffle across.
Here's Richards. And now Goodman. Hector. Good spell of possession this from Raynes Park. They do get it to Harlan Goddard on that right hand side. Now it's Farnham who are in their shape, in their own half. Every single one of them. Goodman does go long, and that ball's not really coming off for them.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. They were in a nice passage of play there.
I think that's the last time we'll see Goodman try one of those.
At least for a while. At least for a while. Yeah, it's very busy here at the Memorial Ground. Clock in is absolutely packed, as is the main stand, so Resi stand. Even the Pepper Army stand's relatively busy.
Evans
That's a great header.
helps it on. Little in a foot race with Goodman, who had a head start. And he whacks it out for a corner.
When Farnham have gone forward, they look dangerous. Defenders don't really know what to do with it. Flashing it away.
So Harry Cooksley trots over to that corner flag again. It's another floated delivery. Back in by Cooksley and on by Liddell. Just a half chance, really. Raynes Park get on with it. Gallagher. And on by Hector. Again, not really giving Nicholas much of a chance.
Yeah, Nicholas looked really good with the ball to his chest. Other than that, he's had such a lack of service.
Yeah, Hugo Sobtes had very little to do. That's a good kick from him.
It's a great kick. Oh. It was important for Paul Johnson when we were forced back into the market because of Pat Nash being recalled that we managed to pick up a goalkeeper that was good with their feet. We've seen so far that Hugo Sobtes that. Fantastic leap.
Yeah, very high leap from Hector. Nicholas, again though, unable to profit from it. As Evans gets there ahead of Harlan Goddard.
Yeah, Evans is Harlan Goddard every single time as Mark Waters picks up the ball.
And sets it for Cooksley. And that was a fierce tackle from Harlan Goddard. It was high. And Cooksley's going to need some attention. Farnham are furious.
He's come a long way, Goddard.
Well, they had 2 sent off at Grand Drive. Referee yet to make his mind up. As both sets of players.
It's a big decision in the game.
Crowd around him. Harlan Goddard holds his breath. Having words for now. He really did take a risk, Harlan Goddard, going in like that.
He might just be getting a seat to get the talking to. It's a long old talking to.
Well, we await the verdict. It just looks like he's going to have his name taken in. It's not for the first time we've seen Harry Cooksley on the end of one of those sort of tackles here, but it is just yellow.
My unbiased opinion feels that was the correct decision.
It's only unbiased opinions we're looking for.
My biased opinion thought he should go immediately.
Yeah, he certainly took a risk, lunging in like that.
Michael Oliver's just arrived behind us. 28 minutes into the first half.
Being told on the comments that the mic levels are all good, so appreciate the feedback there. But as much as Farnham may have wanted a red card for Harlan Goddard, what they do have is a free kick in certainly Harry Cooksley territory.
Yeah, two free kick specialists on the pitch, both one on each team. Jordan Gallagher for Raynes Park and Harry Cooksley for Farnham Town. Another Farnham free kick specialist on the bench, Darryl Sanders. Cooksley will want to make Bishop make a save here.
Unable to do that. Just wrapped his foot around it a bit too much. Harry Cooksley looking to find that bottom corner. It is his preferred target from that sort of distance. But importantly, he is okay after that challenge from the Raynes Park fullback as Liddell commits a foul. Moody. Jackson. It's been defending on the front foot so far.
He has.
Half an hour in. Game a few chances. The incident with Harlan Goddard now definitely the most contentious thing we've seen so far as Nicholas looks to get involved.
That's where he's been.
Another.
That's where he's been dangerous, Nicholas.
Here's Gallagher.
That's a nice pass.
For Richards. Oh, and Nicholas was there. Didn't quite reach him. Medical attention needed for Dan Moody. Have another look at this tackle from
Harlan Goddard. It's not great, don't get me wrong, but it's one of those that... He does jump.
Yeah, the stud to say on the up. He does go in with one foot. That's probably what saves him.
And he does get the ball, and in that moment the referee will have looked at that as well. Not that that necessarily makes a difference to the laws of the game.
You could see it coming, couldn't you?
Oh, absolutely.
When the ball sort of fell in between the two. Poor old Harry Cooksley has been on the end of a couple of those. One against Flackrow Heath, I remember.
Yeah, that was horrible. That was a horrible one from behind. This is the tackle. It's been an entertaining game of very few chances. Two good teams. You can see that. You can see why they're... Both of these teams are at the top end of the table.
Yep.
Great Evans probably with the best chances. Not really got a meaningful shot away, but had got into the box on a couple of occasions.
Similar, I guess, to the first half at Grand Drive.
Very similar. And then it was a penalty that removed the deadlock.
Raynes Park have had very few chances, very few sniffs. It's not for the want of trying, though, for Kyan Nicholas. He's playing as that central striker. He goes down. Cooksley was looking to get Farnham on the move there.
940 in here. Memorial Ground. It is packed.
Gallagher given away to Cooksley, who...
That's a nice area.
He knew Great Evans would be in the vicinity. And they're going to push them back.
That's
here.
not a nice pass.
Colin Goddard, a bit of a pantomime villain.
You need that. You need that in games like this.
It's got to be about 5 or 6 corners Farnham have had.
And they've been decent deliveries from Harry Cooksley. Not really found a Farnham head. It's going on the goalkeeper. Another good one.
So Raynes Park head that meets it. And away by Hector. Back in by Jackson, on by Dean. Stepney. Canning. To St Croix. For Liddell. And it's back to goal. Gives away the free kick. Raynes Park Vale. Want further action taken against Liddell for that?
He's going to have a little chat, I think.
And
Is it looking?
well, he certainly looks that way. Had a Liddell into the book.
And that will see Liddell suspended for Met Police away. We won't see him for a few weeks. He goes on holiday after that. A rare semi-professional footballer mid-season holiday.
and got up winning the first contact, on by Hector. It's another decent ball forward from Sobte, just too high for Little.
That's nice from Raynes Park. That's really nice.
Here's Hector. Richards making the run to his left. Looks to pick him out. Oh, and it was just too heavy from Dan Hector. Richards getting forward at every opportunity.
Well played, turn the face, stay high! Stay high!
Little. Listen, Troy. For Dean. Oh, that's lovely feet from Owen Dean.
That was a poor touch though.
Just turned into trouble in the end. And Richards for some good work again. Invited to keep going. Hector. Looking for Gallagher. Max Meaton taking no chances. Didn't get many goalless first halves when Farnham are involved.
No. I'm trying to think of the last one.
You're 9 minutes away from that. Richards. Moody trying to work some space for a cross. He is allowed time to deliver. Nice touch from McKillop. Goodman. And now Nick. McKillop. For Nicholas. Corner to Raynes Park Vale.
Yeah, nice build-up play from Raynes Park. They've threatened areas so far, not really threatened Hugo Sobte's goal, but they've threatened the attacking areas.
So Jordan Gallagher gets his chance to try and produce something from the corner. And he does just that! As Black rises highest to give the visitors the lead. And we're not going to see a goalless first half with Farnham Town involved.
It was an excellent header. Towered highest, it was a great ball in. And it was a header into the top corner. But no one seemed to jump in Farnham colours. No one competed. And it's a poor goal to concede. Cameron Black with the goal.
Well, he's gone from villain to hero as far as this fixture's concerned. Red card, that grand drive, opening goal at the Memorial Ground, and they've got a difficult task on their hands now, Farnham. They've not conceded since that Horndean game here at the end of last month. It's more than 300 minutes of football without conceding. But they've got to come from behind. They've done it once here against Southall earlier in the campaign.
It will give the Raynes Park bench a huge amount of energy. It was a goal really from nothing.
Yeah, for all the set pieces Farnham have had, it's Raynes Park who've not really had many of their own. But make one count. And you wonder how that might impact Paul Johnson's substitute plans with Daryl Sanders on the bench again today. We did wonder if he might be in from the start. You sense if it stays like this for much longer, his cameo won't be a 5-minute one, it'll be more of a 25-minute one perhaps. As Liddell goes in hard again, and Cooksey goes down again.
It'll be interesting to see the Farnham Town reaction.
It's never going to be easy.
Early!
And there was an instant riposte from Raynes Park in the game a few weeks ago. Can Farnham make lightning strike twice? Canaan beat into that by Black. And that's a wonderful ball for Gallagher to run onto. Gallagher up against Meaton. Hector. Moody. It's nice this. It's Hector. And that bounced off him for a goal kick.
Well defended in the end. It was a brilliant ball from back to front into the channel.
Referee, get out of the way, man!
Be a test of Farnham's character. Sit top of the league, not currently, due to Kingsonian winning and this result being what it is, but coming into this game, top of the league.
Yeah, they've had a few tests of character, Farnham. That defeat at Leatherhead was certainly one of them. The injuries they've suffered, they've not had it easy this term. Dean looking for Meaton. Nicely worked. And across it comes.
No one attacked it.
A lot of pace on that cross. Liddell was closest to it.
It was a brilliant ball in from Max Meaton. Not more you can ask of him. Really nicely worked between Owen Dean and Max Meaton. It was a whipped cross. You just want your striker there to finish it off. Any body part would have done.
Farnham will be encouraged with the ease with which they've been able to get to the byline on this right-hand side. Dean and Meaton doubling up at times. Dean's a target again from Canaan.
That's a great knock.
Disencroy.
That's a nice pass in behind.
Dean in the middle again, and Liddell. And again, it's just not quite come off.
What a great ball in.
That's well held by Nicholas.
Matt nearly smashed the camera.
That would have been end of stream. Raynes Park, 6 behind Farnham as it stands. Tall order, of course, to keep them out. They couldn't have asked for a better first half, at least in terms of the scoreline.
Yeah, they defended well. And then they take their chance.
Tom Richards. Gallagher. And offside. Feels like all the Raynes Park attacks coming down their left, all Farnham's are coming down their right.
Yeah, it's been interesting right in front of us.
We will discuss the first half during half time. If you are watching along on the stream, do stay with us. Plenty to unpick. Disappointing opening 45 for the league leaders. Could have all been very different if the referee had decided Harlan Goddard's foul was worthy of a red card. Nicholas. Very good with his feet. Stepney stepping in. On by Disencroy. Stepney again is strong in the challenge. And that stayed in play. Lovely touch.
That's a really
again
good
from
turn.
Nicholas. Looking to release Harlan Goddard. Liddell's the one keeping him occupied.
there. 1 minute stoppage, guys. Keep on. Take care.
Evans beaten to it. Green is offside.
Turn the face, turn the face, turn the face.
Bit of urgency about Farnham. Cooksley searching for Liddell.
It's going to be over here, I think.
Plenty for Paul Johnson to ponder.
Yeah, Farnham haven't been bad by any stretch of imagination. They've carved out a few chances at the end of the box, especially on this right-hand side with Max Meaton and Owen Dean. A few chances on the left-hand side with Great Evans. Nice crosses. But Billy Bishop hasn't really touched the ball.
Certainly looks like Raynes Park are going to get into the break, a goal to the good. Especially with the clearances like that, winding the clock down. Liddell, done well. And didn't go down there, Liddell, when perhaps he could have, and bought his team a free kick. Here's Hector though. And Goodman. Out of play. And that may well be that as far as the first period is concerned. Jackson. In quiet, Joe Jackson, in attacking sense, and that's that. That's the half-time whistle. Raynes Park have got the better of the first half. It's them who lead through Cameron Black's goal. Farnham Town have a lot to think about. 45 minutes to try and salvage this as we see Daryl Sanders warming up. He'll almost certainly be the first man Paul Johnson turns to, won't he, Harry?
Absolutely. Absolutely he will. He's fit enough to come and play 45 minutes, I know that. It will be interesting to see when he's called upon, that's for sure.
It just feels a bit flat to me. It just feels like we're not quite hearing the same sort of encouragement from the league. Leaders in the Farnham team.
And I'm not sure they've been good for the lead, but at the same time, you know, I think that it's been a very well balanced game, and it was either going to be 1-0 at half time to either team, or going to go in at 0-0, and it felt like for a long time it was going to be 0-0.
A lot of the goals we've seen Farnham concede here this season have been maybe committing too many men high up the pitch, two centre-backs being left 2v2, getting caught for pace maybe. This goal wasn't really like that. You can't really put that down to anything other than quality set piece and excellent header, can you? And it was a quality set piece, and it was a great header. You know, he rose tallest and stuck it in the top bin, and what more can you do? But it was the ability for Raynes Park to get that corner, so you know, with only a few passes in midfield to get available. That was probably the thing that will frustrate Paul Johnson the most. But you know, it's one of those things. 1-0's not the end of the world. Kicking towards a very busy clock end in this second half, and hopefully that will galvanise the team to come and turn this around. Yeah, we'll get on to Farnham, but just to credit Raynes Park again, I think Kyan Nicholas, who we said hadn't really had the service for the first sort of half of that first period, he really grew into the game as it went on, didn't he? And you can see why they brought him in.
Yeah, you know, he's a quality player. We talked about him in the summer when we were looking at number 9s, because you know he's done it time and time again. I think he was, you know, top 3 goal scorers in this league last year with Hanworth Villa. He's got off to a decent start, probably not as the start he wanted at Hanworth this year, but you know, he's come into this Raynes Park side and he fits right in with Gallagher, such a goal threat on this left hand side. You know, having someone that can hold the ball and be, you know, clever with how he offloads it in the middle, like Kyan Nicholas is. You know, that you can see the quality there.
Mentioned Farnham creating chances. There's not been anything clear cut. That you wouldn't say the XG would be particularly high if we were to use that metric, but they've got into some excellent positions, and either the final cross hasn't quite been right, or the forwards maybe not in the right position some of the times.
Yeah, I mean, look, the crosses have been good. I think, you know, if you go right back to the first couple of minutes, that great Evans cross that nearly fell for Sam Disancroy. Then, you know, maybe a few minutes later, you had that cross again from that left-hand side with Evans, and it was just overhit for Owen Dean sliding in at the back post. And then since then, everything's come down the right-hand side for Farnham. Owen and Max Meaton have got to the byline. Even Harry Cooksy's got to the byline down there and pulled back some really nice crosses. And I think the disappointment will be that no one's gambling to get across that 6-yard box. And the crosses have come in with such pace that it only needs a touch to go in the back of the net. And I think, I say it quite a lot, but it's always disappointing going into half-time having not tested the goalkeeper. And we've had chances, you know, high up in the pitch in those sort of areas, and we haven't managed to make the goalkeeper make a save. And I always think that's disappointing after 45 minutes of what, let's be honest, has been pretty dominant football from Farnham Town.
You mentioned a couple of times Great Evans got the ball on that left-hand side, cut into the box, got a couple of shots away, but for the most part he's been pretty quiet. It's always difficult to know how to use someone like him. He is such a difference maker. He is so different to every other option Paul Johnson has ever really had at Farnham. He scored the winner, of course, in this reverse fixture. When we saw him and Adam Little switch over in the last game at Harrow, it made a bit of a difference. I wonder if there'll be any tactical adjustments.
You kind of saw that at the back end of that half. You saw Little tracking back in that left wing position. You know, Evans being used more as a target man. I think it's going to be a really interesting managerial display now for the next 45 minutes. It's got so many options in Brennan. I think Purcell came on and made a really good account of himself away at Harrow. You've got what looks to be a pretty fit Daryl Sanders, who, you know, 99 times out of 100 would start when he's in this shape, but Farnham have been on a good run. And, you know, it's going to be really interesting to see what decisions Paul Johnson makes. I have to say, over the course of his, you know, near 2 years in charge, maybe it is 2 years to this week actually, his 2 years in charge at Farnham, his substitutions have always been something that you put down as a hallmark of his success. And yeah, he's got work to do. He's got work to do this second half to try and turn it around for Farnham.
He's not one to make half-time changes, is he? But he is one to maybe wait 5 minutes and then roll the dice. Maybe Sanders. It's not beyond the realms, is it, that he waits literally a few minutes to bring him on?
Yeah, I think he always looks to see what the reaction is from the opposition, like how are they going to come out. You know, also I think it's important to see the reaction of your 11, see how are they going to take on board the instructions, what they're going to try and do, and then, you know, look to maybe use substitution sort of the 55th minute. But yeah, like I said, it's going to be really interesting to see what changes, because you've got so many different impactful players that you're going to have to take off in order to put another impactful player on. And when you're chasing a game, those are big decisions, and those are decisions that probably sum up the result at the end of the game. You know, if you get them right, you know, you go home happy. If you get them wrong, then you don't. And like I said, over the last 2 years, Paul Johnson and Jimmy Hibbert have done a great job of making those decisions correctly in the right moments.
Paul Johnson had another big decision this week with the goalkeeping situation. I'm sure people watching will be interested about how it's all sort of panned out and how we ended up with Hugo Sobte as the choice to replace Pat Nash. Yeah,
it was. We found out about Pat the Sunday after Uxbridge away. We knew he was probably going to get recalled. He did get recalled on the Monday. The idea being that he was going to go to Sholing in step 3, which we were naturally disappointed about. You know, we had a deal at the start of the season that he'd be with us for the full season, barring injuries at Aldershot. But you know, that's football. Got over it, and then on the Tuesday, Aldershot played, and their number 1 got injured. So Pat's up in Gateshead this afternoon, away with Aldershot, and he started midweek for Aldershot in a cup game. So yeah, look, we wish Pat all the best. He was brilliant for us for 18 months, and got his deal in the summer. And yeah, look, I hope he can get that number 1 shirt at Aldershot. In terms of profile, we knew. You know, we as a team, you know, it's a weird one to say when we're going in 1-0 down, but as a team, we don't concede a huge amount of shots. You know, you think back to Pat's career here at Farnham, and you know, just look at last week. It was such a shock to see him have to make a brilliant save. Like, you forget how capable he is of doing so, because you don't really face a huge amount of shots as a Farnham stopper. So it was less about shot stopping. Not to say that Hugo isn't a great shot stopper. I've watched very little of him. We saw him here at Westfield, but his kicking is really, really good. And we've seen that in the first half. First time kicking out the hands and off the ground. I think he's been exemplary so far. And he fits that profile. People will probably laugh to say that we found the second shortest keeper in non-league, and that's maybe a bit of a theme for us. But like I said, we see it as much of an outfield player as a goalkeeper, and we need them to be able to play. And Hugo clearly can.
It's a funny period now in the season, isn't it, with the title race being the way it is. The chaos at Kingstonian, the manager leaving, coming back, it almost seems to have given them a boost.
Yeah, it has,
and they're on a real good moment, real lot of momentum. If they hold on today, it'll be 6 wins, 6 clean sheets. Do Farnham need that boost that Kingstonian had in the last few weeks with the managerial situation? Is there something Farnham, obviously Sanders coming back could be that boost, but something to maybe get them going again?
Maybe Paul Johnson should leave and come back again on Thursday. I don't know, but we've been incredibly fortunate as a football club and as a fan base to be able to watch a very successful team week in, week out, and we just aren't used to not picking up 3 points. The reality of football, as you see right at the top in the Premier League with Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, who are all going for the Premier League title this year, it happens in weird moments, and you go through different patches of form. And Kingstonian right now are in a purple patch. Farnham found themselves in a purple patch at the start of the season, gathering off the momentum of the previous season where we were phenomenal. And it's games like this that ultimately show your character. Can you come back in games where you're behind against good teams and get a point? You take 4 points from a Raynes Park home and away at the start of the season. You've gone, that's a decent result. Now, obviously, we're going into today wanting to take 6. But 4 points is not a disaster, and this is a long old season. And Kingstonian have dropped points to weird clubs this season. They lost 7-4 to a team they're beating today, Ashford. That's an odd result, and things happen. There's a lot of quality teams in this league with a lot of game-changing players, and one incident, one referee decision, that could change the course of that momentum. So it's about not getting too swept up in the games. Obviously, this is a big game. We're playing in front of 1,000 people. This is a big deal. Obviously, we want to come out and win against what is a very quality side in Raynes Park. But this is about accumulation of points over a long period of time. And we're top of the league in the middle of November. We'd have snapped your hand off for that. And if we go into tonight 2 points back or 1 point back or still 1 point clear, I don't think it makes a huge amount of difference. We were discussing it before the game. Today doesn't define the season, but it's one of those games that could allow you to kick on.
You don't want to see 3 home games in a row without winning, do you? I think that's the big thing. You mentioned last season, obviously a completely different level, but this ground was impossible to come and win at in the league. Yeah. This season, teams seem to be getting a lot more hope out of Farnham here. Yeah,
they do. I think the goal we've seen this afternoon is not a goal we've necessarily seen too many of scored against us. So that's a bit disappointing. But I think Paul Johnson's walking across the pitch now. I think the main disappointment will be having not tested the goalkeeper ourselves. And teams are going to score goals against us. They're good teams, and Raynes Park are a very good team. They're 3rd in the league, and they gave us a very stern test away from home. But Farnham need to create some chances and get some shots on goal and take this into their own hands.
Doesn't look too concerned there, Paul Johnson, does he? And he's not one to panic at half-time in any circumstance, is he? He always seems to understand that the football that Farnham have played has been the better of the 2 teams today, and it's just about that final third. 100%. And let's be honest, Raynes Park have done very little. I think they've defended well and they've been good as a unit, and they've countered well, and like we've noted, Nicholas has looked good. We know Jordan Gallagher's a threat. I think midfield they've been quite good. They've won tackles, but they haven't really created a great deal of chances. Now, neither have Farnham, but this is a game in the balance, and the next 20 minutes is going to be absolutely critical. It's not just Daryl Sanders on the bench, of course. You've got Shea Brennan there, who knows Daryl Sanders very well. Perhaps those two linking up could be something to unlock at some point in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, Shea is an incredibly capable goal scorer, and he's a fox in the box. And maybe, with the chances created in that first half, you'd have wanted a Shea Brennan in there. Little's not a natural sort of poacher. Neither's great Evans really, and Owen Dean's kind of become one, but obviously in this system playing more as the provider than the goal scorer. Shea Brennan's a classic number 9. He'll be in that 6-yard box. He'll be looking for those little touches. So yeah, maybe as the game wears on, he's the right substitution to try and toe something into the back of the net.
And Benjamin Purcell as well, who we saw make his debut last week. He's got that ability to pick out a pass, hasn't he?
Yeah, you can see his quality. We were stood on the sidelines last week away at Harrow, and we were not sure what it was going to be like, especially being thrown into what was a really tough game and a tough second half where we were on the back foot. Let's not beat around the bush. And he came in, he won his battles, picked up nice positions, offloaded the ball really nicely, looked confident. So he's another. He could provide you an option to push Harry Cooksey forward.
As we see the Farnham players making their way out again for the second half.
Yeah, no, I don't expect to see any changes.
Yeah, we need the clock end to be in full voice for the second half, don't we?
Absolutely. Energy is absolutely imperative, and it's moments like this that help build that momentum like we just spoke about, and if Farnham can do it, it will be a huge springboard as they go into the next run of games.
Now Sanders moving freely down there, he's sprinting towards the bench.
Do comment below if you're on X or if you're on YouTube what you think the final result's going to be. This is top of the table Farnham taking on Raynes Park Vale, who are third in the table. Raynes Park currently lead 1-0 here at Farnham Town. A goal from Cameron Black from a corner late into the first half. This is a big 45 minutes for Farnham Town.
Yeah, Kingstonian leading as we mentioned. Hartley, Whitney also ahead at South Park. It's just that psychological element, isn't it? Just being the leaders.
Yeah.
Farnham won't want to surrender that. They've been pretty much top all season. Raynes Park would love to spoil the party and get themselves back into contention. A lot of teams as well outside the playoffs that will feel like they've still got something to say. Hayes and Yedding have played a couple games fewer.
Yeah, they'll need a result today, Hayes and Yedding.
Yeah, they're at Ascot, who themselves have had a couple of decent runs this season on the periphery.
They've been quite good, Ascot. Probably a bit of a surprise package so far this season. Just ground out results. They're very difficult to beat at the race ground.
Big 45 ahead for Farnham Town. This is the last of a period that was highlighted as a tough patch at the start of the season. After those trips to Uxbridge, who had an excellent home record up until that 5-0 trouncing by Farnham, and Harrow, of course, who are towards the top end of the table. In theory, that fixtures do ease up a little bit for Farnham after this. That is just in theory, of course. And it picks up big time in January with those fixtures against Kingstonian and Hayes and Yedding. It's a very tough run in as well.
And it looks like it is Adam Little who will start on this left-hand side.
And Evans will try his luck through the middle. Little on a yellow card, remember?
As is Harlan Goddard.
Yes.
Both up against each other.
Raynes Park have given up some leads this season. That Benfield game at home was a crazy one. Not got the best defensive record. Handball by Jermaine Green was missed by all officials somehow.
I cannot believe what I'm seeing. How the linesman hasn't seen it.
Even he's finding it funny.
Jackson gets up. Swept through to Gallagher. Can't bring that in. Nice from Max Meaton. Someone needs to give him an option.
He does just that. I think we'll see a lot of this, won't we? Farnham Town patient in possession in their own half. Cooksley looking for Great Evans, and he gets the other side of Black. And here's Disson Croy. Appeals from behind the goal for the foul. None of the players really shouting for it.
I think it was a great tackle. It was nicely done from Great Evans. It was a great ball around the corner from Harry Cooksley.
Well done. Archie, well done. Can be wary.
Well, touch that is by Nicholas, who goes down into the challenger Jordan Stepney, and the referee is going to call a halt to the game for him to get some attention. Jordan Stepney getting some abuse from the Raynes Park representatives.
Good start from Farnham.
Yeah, I think once we do see Sanders, this is going to really ratchet up the volume in the Memorial Ground.
It's a long time coming.
Seen several substitute appearances in those cup ties where Farnham were behind and he came on looking to provide some inspiration. Some crazy games here we've seen in all competitions. Farnham haven't had it all their own way. Stepney looking for Meaton.
He's done that brilliantly all day.
Here's Ryan Canane.
Really be aware. Come to Hex. Guys, not engaging. Fine.
Given away by
pass.
Ryan Canane. Here's Hector. This is where they're dangerous with Jordan Gallagher up against Canane. And Gallagher maybe spotted Sobte off his line.
What a throw that is.
Joe Jackson galloping forward.
It's a poor pass though.
He's given it away. It was well read by McKillop. Gallagher. Richards offering support. He's in towards Nicholas. Farnham have given it away sloppily a couple of times in the last few minutes.
Yeah, Joe Jackson did really well to receive the ball from Sobte's quick distribution, and then it was a rushed pass in the end from the left back.
Hector. Now Gallagher. Richards.
That's nice.
And Richards gets the return and went down.
He didn't think so either.
Meaton pulled his foot away just in time there. That's a lovely turn from Cooksley.
Very good from Harry Cooksley.
Joe Jackson will have another go. Waters. Now Meaton. Wants the 1-2 with Owen Dean.
Left side here. Just be aware. You're fine. Half an hour. Fine. Half an hour. Be fine. Hex in between. Sen, open up.
Canane. Stepney with some time.
Hex, leave it in drop off.
Canane with diagonal towards Joe Jackson. That's out of play by McKillop. Cooksley. Evans dropping deep now. And holds it up well and turns. Heavy touch though.
This is where Raynes Park are going to be dangerous.
They've got Gallagher. He's got Richards to his left. It is Richards. In towards Nicholas and it ricocheted. Fortunately, straight to Joe Jackson, who had more time than he realised but was not going to take a chance in his own 6-yard box. Raynes Park Vale, who scored from a corner in the first half. They'll have to watch Black, they'll have to watch Goodman. Black, look to get there. And Owen Dean can get Adam Liddell on his bike.
It's a great ball.
Liddell, keeper's off his line, and Liddell saw that and perhaps rushed his effort. Had to have a go. Still no activity down below us. And Raynes Park would take their time. In these situations, just as Farnham did at Grand Drive. Clock end finding their voice. Tensions rising out there.
It's going to be an exciting 40 minutes.
Farnham been in some gruelling battles this season. Last week, certainly up there. Today's no different. Here's Jackson. Been more involved on the ball this half.
Good energy from the clock end.
Evans got the touch.
Didn't do enough.
It's another transition opportunity.
Man over on the far side, it's Jordan Gallagher.
Here's Nicholas. Looking for Gallagher. Sobte came out and read the danger and gets Farnham on their way immediately.
Heads trouble! Come on! Someone needs to jump on!
Can certainly see why Sobte was brought in.
That's a nice ball from Joe Jackson.
You can! Turn!
Here's Green. Jackson wins it back. Now Cooksley. Went for the audacious.
Done well. Max Meaton.
Here's Dean. Can he be the inspiration? He's certainly done enough to win a corner. Surely one of these is going to find a Farnham head at some point. Been well defended by Raynes Park up to now. It's floated high by Cooksley. Kane meets it. Not meaningfully. Again, they'll look for Gallagher as the outball. And Gallagher sees Sobte off his line and hits the post.
What an effort. Struck it so well.
Owen Dean at the other end.
It's got exciting.
Still Dean. For decent Croy.
What a poor pass.
The pass just didn't have enough weight on it. Well, Gallagher is capable of the spectacular. That would have been, even by his standards, out of the very, very top draw. Had Sobte beaten all ends up.
He's looking for it every time, isn't he, though, Jordan Gallagher? It was a beautiful strike. But Farnham created just as much of a chance going forward on the other end. Again, not being able to get a shot away, though.
It's a wide open game. Complete contrast to the first half as Evans flicks that on for Disancroy.
Right area.
Bishop came out. And as the game opens up, I know we keep talking about him, but it will suit Darryl Sanders if he is to be introduced. Moody. Just into that channel. Made it awkward for Jackson. Cooksley.
Great touch from Harry Cooksley. Going to need someone like him to lead the surgeons.
Now Dean. Cooksley's wide.
Lovely.
And it comes from Cooksley towards Evans. Didn't drop for Disancroy nor Jackson.
Just hasn't dropped yet for Farnham.
Gallagher.
He's tackled himself that time, Jordan Gallagher.
Cooksley. Farnham have got numbers. One of them being Disancroy. Deflected. Little. And Evans is there. Little again. Chaos. Waters.
Wow.
Gallagher just...
What a good save that was, though, from Billy Bishop. Disancroy struck it. It struck a Raynes Park body. Bishop had no time to react.
Jackson. Feels like we're in the last 10 minutes here. We've still got 34 minutes to go.
Good chance over for Farnham. First time they've tested Billy Bishop.
Now there'll be a foul by Gallagher, who came so close to making it 2-0 a moment ago.
Darryl Sanders receiving a massage.
Stepney.
Take the foul.
He doesn't, and he's out of position now. Hector screaming for a free kick. It's Canane who finds himself
It's a poor pass.
in a left wing position. Jackson misplaced the pass through to him. And we are going to see a change from Raynes Park Vale as George Vincent is about to replace Kyan Nicholas.
Vincent was the striker to start against us.
He was.
Grand drive.
Jackson forced into a pass he didn't want to make. Killer and Hector.
Can't allow him to shoot.
He does though. Easy enough for Sobte.
Great kick again.
Dean now meets him.
That's a nice
Croy.
pass.
And Evans. Great Evans!
Great save. Better from Farnham though. Dean to Meaton to Disancroy into Great Evans' feet. It was a great strike. It's a great save.
Momentum building for Farnham Town. Evans getting more involved. In by Cooksley. Waters. Disancroy.
Just didn't catch it.
Well, they've certainly carved out more shooting opportunities in this first quarter of an hour of the second half than they did in the entirety of the first. You would be surprised if it's finished 1-0, wouldn't you?
No. It's just been an odd game. But Billy Bishop has at least been called into action a couple of times in this second half. Cooksey wanted it more
He did.
than McKillop. McKillop's done really well, and Waters gets beaten.
Jackson with the header for Waters. Swarming around him.
Brilliantly used.
Cooksley has space now as they double team Waters. Here's Dean. Meaton. Cushioned by McKillop.
Cooksey does really well.
You can tell this means a lot to Cooksley. Giving it his all out there. This and Croy. Cooksley popping up all over the place. Now this and Croy. Cooksley's the option.
He's done well.
Now Stepney. Aaron Dean is pulled across to his left-hand side. And he'll have a go at Moody.
Nice pass.
Here's Jackson. Joe Jackson equalises! Bent in beautifully!
What a finish! They asked why play a right-footed player at left-back. Well, there's your answer.
And you can't say they don't deserve it. They've been getting the shots off, good ones as well, in this second half. And Joe Jackson found himself in the penalty area. And the composure to bend that in. And certainly tell why he's a midfielder by trade.
That's some goal. That is some goal by Joe Jackson. And that's changed the game.
Well, what a half an hour we've got on our hands. Liddell cannot catch your breath.
Runs into traffic though. Harry Cooksey with an ornate back heel to Max Meaton.
Meaton's looking for Evans. Farnham fancy this. Dean. Cooksley. He goes down. Referee waves it away. Here's Jackson. And Liddell. Evans was there. It's away as far as Meaton. What an atmosphere we've got here. What a climax we've got here. Oh, you wondered if the game might settle down after that equaliser, but it doesn't seem that way. And I'm just as desperate to keep up this tempo. That one breaks down. Killer. Now Hector. Green wants it. Hector holds on. Now releases Green. Hector.
Man over on the far side. Max Meaton more up than away.
He's allowed time to eventually get his clearance.
Did really well.
Killer. And he's looking for the substitute, Vincent. Going to learn a lot about both teams in this next 25. Aaron Dean.
That's good.
And now Meaton is getting up and down the pitch with regularity.
Brilliant from Max Meaton.
How's his cross? Liddell's there. It's another one of those low crosses from the right hand side. To a couple of deflections.
Some tired bodies out there already. This has been an intense game.
Another attempted diagonal ball from Goodman. Stepney. He was
Tried the
looking for
right
Evans.
thing.
And now Moody will clip it over the top for Green. And Joe Jackson helps it back to Sobtek.
Sanders going for some runs. Lets Jono know he's ready.
It's all very exciting, isn't it?
I don't know what to think. Don't know what to do. I'm pacing around this commentary box, that's for sure. With 25 to go here at the Memorial Ground. This second half has been much better than the first. Just for excitement.
Yeah. This is proper stuff. Proper top of the league battle, this. Two teams who have really showcased their quality in different ways.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Raynes Park have been excellent.
And they're going to face an onslaught. Little.
Wrong idea. Wrong idea of Raynes Park are away here.
Hector looking for Vincent. It's going to come through closer to Harlan Goddard.
Great kick, that. Great kick.
Oh, and Evans put some pressure on Black, who was somewhat fortunate. McKillop.
There's a man. There was a third man run.
Harlan Goddard. Green. Jackson gives it away.
I need to keep hold of the ball in this area, though.
Oh, Canane's clearance is blocked.
Referee's let a lot go today.
Moody. And Harlan Goddard.
In a bit of space.
For Green. His cross this time doesn't get anywhere near the 6-yard box. Little
Very good from Adam Little. Ben Purcell also looking like he's getting stripped and ready.
Oh, and Waters dispossessed his Vincent. Big chance for Vincent.
What a chance. Farnham switched off. Great touch. Done well.
To Farnham. And,
looks like Purcell might be
through
the
the
first.
second half.
Might be the first change, Purcell.
Stepney launches one. Very nearly kept in by Dean.
It'll be a double change. Purcell and Sanders.
Well, we asked the question, how long would we see of arguably Farnham's best player? Certainly someone who can influence games that are in the balance.
Double change for Farnham Town.
Sanderson Croy's game is over.
I think he's been good in this second half, Sanderson Croy. Carved out a really good chance for Great Evans. It was really well saved.
Great Evans also makes way, so he won't be the one to score the winner today.
I think we could be about to see Cooksley and Sanders in the 10s, Liddell and Owen Dean as the 2 9s. Purcell coming in to join Mark Waters. I imagine that's what we'll see. Number 10 and number 8.
Two magicians.
Two players who can make something happen out of absolutely nothing. Yeah, only take a moment.
On by Cooksley. Goodman was there. And that's bounced favourably for Raynes Park.
Done really well there, Joe Jackson.
Sanders' first involvement is to win a header, but it also helps it on.
Very sensible.
Farnham have defended relatively well, haven't they? Just that one set piece that undid them. Not really been troubled too often aside from that. Gallagher did hit the post, but from
40 yards.
The one lofted forward. Stepney. Waters on for Cooksley.
Now he's got to use it. Does really well, Harry Cooksley. Been excellent this second half.
Meaton for Sanders. What's he got up his sleeve? Decent delivery.
Great delivery.
And will be a corner. Farnham Goddard taking no chances with Waters lurking in and around him.
It's been all Farnham this half. Deservedly level and chasing the winner.
Plenty in the box for Farnham. Couple waiting on the edge as well. Liddell and Purcell for Sanders. Switches it across to Cooksley. Back to the other side. All the bodies are in the middle.
Great header.
Hector. And here's Moody.
Man over on this side.
Oh my God, I'm still completely spare on this near side. This part Vale's move breaks down on the other flank. Adam Liddell.
Nice 1-2 with Sanders.
Sanders gets it back. Sanders having his shirt pulled. Referee didn't see it that way. Purcell wins it back strongly. Now Cooksley. And here's Jackson. Plenty of time. Oh, and it's headed back into a dangerous area. Here's Purcell. Cooksley. Jackson. And Cooksley again. It's all very frantic.
Sensible.
Purcell. And Sanders with... Wondered if he was going to let fly. Instead it's Neaton. Everybody back for Raynes Park. Purcell again. Trying to steal that from Vincent.
He's going to get there.
Stepney came across.
Done brilliantly. Done brilliantly, Jordan Stepney. Read the danger.
Change being prepared by Raynes Park. Dan Berry is set to make another appearance against Farnham. He played in the reverse fixture and he's going to come on for Jermaine Green. Like for like at right wing.
Substitution for Raynes Park.
Still 1-0 Kingstonian against Ashford. Game still very much alive there.
Going up at number 15, Jermaine Black.
Here's a nearing 2-1 down at Ascot. Harrow losing at Horndean.
Brilliantly worked.
Liddell looking for Dean. Oh, it's just too heavy. Raynes Park had pushed quite high there. Substitute Berry involved straight away. Holland Goddard. Nicely worked for Holland Goddard. Stepney's touch was a crucial one. It was just enough.
The momentum has swung back a bit towards Raynes Park.
That was allowed to bounce. Jackson still able to get it up. Jackson has to defend this one as well. Hasn't got much time, but he's in control of the situation.
Ooh, unlucky. Unlucky. Shea Brennan is stripped and ready. Imagine that'll be for your Liddle being on a yellow card. He's worked hard up there, Liddle.
Probably the last we'll see of Liddle for a little while. Vincent for Berry. He's looking to turn around him. Stepney. That's back inside. It's a tricky customer. Richards. This is nice. It's Gallagher. He's always going to let fly. Cooksley to Purcell. That's nice from Purcell. And here's Cooksley.
Got a bit of space.
Caught late by Black.
Hex in front of it! Hex in front of it! Be safe! Be safe! Yeah, they sit up, yeah. No, they're going short. They're fine, they're going short.
Cooksley gets the return from Stepney.
Got to do better there, Adam Liddle. It's cheap.
Here's Berry.
Great tackle. What a fantastic tackle.
Oh, that's given away very cheaply. Here's Dean. What a mistake that was. Can it be punished? Sanders.
He wanted it earlier.
Well, Dan Berry's definitely made an impact since coming on for Raynes Park. The fresh legs against some tired Farnham defenders. Vincent, cut out by Jackson. Purcell.
Nice.
Sanders. He's the man Farnham on the ball. Will come out for Purcell. Wins this battle.
Done really well. That's more up than away. No Farnham body around it though. And now,
falls kindly for Gallagher.
Raynes Park come away with it. It's a basketball match.
Hector.
Great tackle. Great tackle. Purcell's put in a few already.
He has. Not afraid to put himself about. Liddle. This is probably his last contribution. Well, it's nearly a very good one. Headed behind for a corner.
And it will be Shea Brennan.
Position for Farnham going off, number 29, Adam Liddle.
Leatherhead, Neil Moneyfield 1.
Wow.
As we see Shea Brennan get his chance. Didn't get on the pitch last week.
Still injured though. He didn't really want to come on. He needed another week of recovery. But a true number 9, Shea Brennan will play on the shoulder.
And he's playing on the goalkeeper for this set piece. Headed away. Cooksley will get another bite of the cherry. Purcell wants it. Cooksley goes into the box. And it's a cross, and it's Brennan! Didn't quite come for him.
Thought it had. I thought his name were about to come up in lights.
10 minutes remain. Farnham knocking at the door. Raynes Park perhaps the happier of the two to get out of here with a point.
That's a nice pass.
Waters. Meaton's the spare man on that right-hand side, as he so often has been.
He's got a huge amount of space in front of him.
Open up on the edge.
Will it fall kindly for Farnham this time? Brennan went down. Cooksley.
Farnham knocking on the door.
Harry Cooksley.
Worked his space well, Harry Cooksley. Been instrumental in this fight back.
Be organised. Be organised.
Jackson. Sanders. Cooksley again. This is
Beza.
all Farnham.
Half and half. Beza as you get out. Beza up.
It's as well as you've seen Farnham play for a while, really.
It's been an excellent second half. Two really good teams going at it. Farnham definitely had the better of it for the last 36 minutes.
Will they get their rewards for that? Have had their chances to go in front. At the moment it is Joe Jackson's goal that has them level. Here's Cooksley. He's looking for Brennan. Oh, and it was a goodness, no goal! Shea Brennan's cross has found its way into the corner via the header.
It's
And
a very
Farnham-
similar goal to what we saw in the first half. Same top corner.
Well, of all the ways they could have got their noses in front, that was the last thing that they expected. But what a turn it was by Brennan in the first place.
It came from Harry Cooksley's drive forward into space. Brennan with a hopeful ball across. It was a good ball. I'm going to need to watch a highlight of that. I cannot believe it's gone to the top corner.
Well, what a strange passage of play. It was McKillop that got the final touch, and he's looking distraught about it. He's played well, McKillop.
He has. Farnham needs to hold their nerve. 8 minutes.
Waters.
Sensible.
Brennan backing in. It's a Goodman. That's bounced off the cell to Cooksley. Oh,
Very good again from Purcell.
Brennan. All about managing this situation now.
I think this is where Farnham have been caught a couple of times this season when they do go ahead. That was poor though.
That's
a nice ball.
Moody's switch. Harlan Goddard. Berry.
He drives into space, beaten 2.
Still Berry.
What a tackle.
Jordan Stepney. Oh, Aaron Dean with a turn. And here
Cooksley's
comes
away.
Farnham. It's Cooksley. Look at the space that Shea Brennan's in. That chance is probably gone. Sanders. Meaton on the overlap. It's Meaton. It's Brennan. What a tackle that is to deny Shea Brennan. What a move it was. Last ditch defending.
I can't believe what I've watched. It was a brilliant move from Farnham Town. It all comes from an unbelievable tackle in the other box from Jordan Stepney as Dan Berry was going through on goal. And then Cooksley took his time, picked his pass. It was Darryl Sanders. He waited for Max Meaton. Meaton slid it back across goal. Shea Brennan, he thought he'd scored, but it was a brilliant tackle on the line. We are seeing some brilliant Isthmian South Central football here in front of our eyes.
Well, what an impact Shea Brennan's had off the bench. Was surprising that Cooksley didn't just slip him in the first place. Farnham 2, Raynes Park Vale 1. 5 minutes to go. And Marnie's on. Raynes Park can't really afford to lose this if they want to stay in the title picture. The gap would be 12 points. Here's Hector.
It's been dangerous all afternoon as well.
Away by Kinane. Forward again by Goodman. And Kinane having to come across to deny Berry. Hopeful calls on the Raynes Park bench for a foul. Well, we've been treated, haven't we, to another thriller. Delighted we could bring it to you via live stream. Thank you to everyone who is watching with us. Bumper crowd, bumper live stream audience.
Attendance is 900 and support.
Waters. Is that going to fall kindly for Brennan? Bishop comes out.
This is where character is shown.
Stepney got up. Here's Berry. Still Berry here. And Hector.
Nice pass.
Moody. Good chance that. Gallagher's livid. We are in the 88th minute. Farnham don't have long to hold out for what would be an incredible win, really. That's a missed kick by Bishop.
Farnham needs to dig in. They've done the hard work.
Waters did get a push from Vincent. Here's Gallagher. That's over here. Plenty of distance on that. 5 added minutes there will be once we reach that point in about 70 seconds time. On by Jackson. Met by Waters. Sale gets some contact on it. Brennan's going to make sure Harlan Goddard's life isn't easy. Gives the foul away. Told to get up. Here goes Hector. Jackson with the challenge. Hector went down too easily. Sanders. Darryl Sanders for Jackson. On he goes.
I can't believe he got out of there.
Waters given a nudge. Referees let a lot of those go.
That's good.
Sanders.
That was a poor pass.
And McKillop. It's given away by him. So all got a bit scrappy.
We're into added time.
Moody. Stepney. No handball despite the appeals. Here's Hector.
That's a nice pass. Brilliant
Stepney
from Jordan
again got
Stepney.
the touch on it. McKillop looking to atone for his own goal. Here's Gallagher.
We know where he's going.
For McKillop. 3 around him. Black.
Not where you'd expect Black to be.
That is where you'd expect that clearance to be.
This is going to be an onslaught for the next 4 minutes.
Alan Goddard. Dan Moody. Dixon. Jackson had a lot of wherewithal there.
That's good, he's onside.
Keep that going. Here's Brennan. Looking to put a rubber stamp on it. Shea Brennan. So gets it bended into the far corner.
The delayed ooze from different parts of the ground. Felt like a football stadium then.
It did. 3.5 minutes. Stand between Farnham Town and big 3 points on the board. It would be their 4th win on the bounce. If they can get there. Didn't look likely.
A lot of defensive work to do though, I'm sure.
Moody switches the plate. Here's Goodman. Jackson got the header. Alan Goddard. And Vincent is offside.
Farnham Town will take that one.
Dale Sanders has gone down.
Do I want to see that?
Always a concern when you see Sanders on the deck. Cooksley also down. Sanders back to his feet. Cooksley maybe with some cramp. They've had to give it their all. Farnham down to 9 momentarily. Back to there. What a kick! Full 11 now as Brennan again making a nuisance of himself.
3.5 gone of 5.
Still 2 to go though. We had a couple of injuries there. Referee made it very clear.
That's a great.
Sanders with the corner on his mind. Oh, it's sensational from Sanders. Waters aiming for the corner.
You shall be entertained.
Yeah, if that's not on TikTok later, then people aren't doing their job properly.
That's a great knock.
Dixon can take it in his stride. Canane got it up.
Allows Farnham to regroup and need to win that second ball.
Picked up by Hector. Vincent. Dixon. Deflected cross into the grateful arms of Hugo Sobte. And we are into the final minute.
Farnham have been excellent in this second half.
Missed kick there. Here's Purcell with time. And now Sanders. Mark Waters. Just eating up that clock.
There's the 5. You got to think the Memorial Ground will be loud when the final whistle is blown.
Brennan. Crooksey wins it back. Oh, he's looking to pick out Owen Dean, but that's that. Farnham Town have come from behind, scored twice in the second half to defeat Raynes Park Vale 2-1 for the second time this season. They stay top of the Isthmian South Central. Final score, Farnham Town 2, Raynes Park Vale 1.
That's character. That is character. Farnham 1 down, looking slightly out of ideas, but that second half performance is quite something, and it will be the momentum Farnham need. That's 6 points against this Raynes Park side who sit in third. What a fantastic result here at the Memorial Ground in front of nearly 1,000 people. Thank you very much for watching, be it on X, be it on YouTube. We will see you very soon.